mini-bit production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technologies has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees. I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the Cuzzz sent you.
Hey everybody, welcome to Friday Night with the Cuzzz. How's everybody doing? Is my microphone working? Everybody hearing me good enough? I hope so. How's it going, Marty? Eminem Shortlines, Ralph Greenwood, John Tanzillo, the NKP Railroad legend. How's it going? Charles Greason, how's it going with you? Glad you can make it in here. James Galton, Ralph Greenwood, I said hello. Lackawanna Railroad, how's it going? William A., nice to see you all in here. Dominic's Trains, SD45, glad to make it in. William A., I said hello. Who was there? Somebody just missed somebody. Kyle Stevens, nice to see you in here. Robert McEvoy, nice to see you in here. Glad to see you in here. RWC Toyman, nice to see you in here, buddy. Glad to make it in. Let's see, who else we got in here? John Schoolkill, River Valley, I said hello to. Container Man, how's it going, little brother? Glad you can make it in tonight. Let's see who else we got. We got SAR in N scale. Glad you can make it in here. Hope you enjoy the content tonight. We're going to have a special guest here. So anyhow, we got started a little bit late tonight. Manny Fernandez, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. Hope everything's going okay with you. Dave BNSF, N scale. Nice to see you in here. To you, White Curly and Tom Strange and things. Nice to see you guys in here also. Let's see who else we got. Joe Rader, I already said hello to. I think we got everybody in here. John Tangelo, I said, John, I still didn't get that package. Uh-oh, I just lost my guest. What happened? He went away. Come back. Come back. Get him. Freight Train John M. How's it going? I know who you are. I don't know what happened to my guy. He went away. Oh boy, this is not going to be a good night. I can see that right now. Inked Rails, how's it going, Brian? Nice to see you in here. Dave P, nice to see you in here. All right, well, I don't know what happened to my guy. He was in the basement, and now he's gone. James Young, nice to see you in here, buddy. Hey, look what I got. And it's full. Oh, he's back. Devices are not connected. I don't know if he's there. There he is. Okay. Glad you made it back there, buddy. I got a little scared. Dwight Curly, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. All right. Well, you guys know my routine. I start out with a shout out. And tonight's not going to be any different. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and hopefully it works. All right, guys, you know I like doing shout-outs to give people a boost in their channels. John Hazen, how's it going? You're new here. Glad to see you there. That Train Freak, Jason, nice to see you in here. Oh, well. Midsummer Railway N Scale, nice to see you in here. All right, anyhow, the person I want to talk to you about tonight is a person that I've been watching his videos, and he's here all the times. Thank you, Manny. I appreciate that. And he's in here most of the nights, except I don't see him in there tonight, of course, because I want to give him a shout out. But maybe he'll show up a little later on. Anyhow, on 11/20, he did an update on his layout, all the modifications he's going to be doing to his layout. And also, he had a mail call with a brand new CN locomotive. And the person I am talking about tonight is Caboose 121. You guys need to go check him out. He's got 107 subscribers, and I think that he really needs to have more than 107 subscribers. His name is Cameron. He also did a railfan trip on 11/27/2020. It was a great railfan trip. I watched those two videos in this past couple of days. So with all that being said, go give him some love. Check him out. All right, so we're gonna get on to the rest of my stuff now. Let me largen this up a bit. There you go. I don't think I'll need anything else. N-Scale Union Pacific Evanston Division. How's it going, Roy Smith? Nice to see you in here. Michael McCarville, nice to see you in here. Power Slayer, I'm glad you made it in here tonight. Caboose 120. Oh, there you are. How's it going, Cameron? Mark S., how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. Just want to give you guys a little update. I am 59 subscribers away from 4,000 subscribers. Now, I've already got some prizes here, and there's more prizes coming into me as we speak. So 59, guys. I was hoping to get it done by the end of this year. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm really going to try. How's it going, Ian? Nice to see you in here, buddy. Glad you could make it in tonight. Joey Busek, nice to see you in here, buddy. Who else we got? Midsummer Railway. I got to check your channel out there, buddy. Mark S., nice to see you in here, buddy. And I appreciate the gifts that you have given so far. Mark has donated for my 4,000 subscriber contest, HO and N-Scale street graphics, HO and N-Scale parking lot graphics. So this is going to be a really good contest, guys. I'm telling you that right now. Corey's AKVR. How's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. Dan's Grand Valley Layout. Nice to see you in here. All right. So anyhow, you guys go ahead and check out Cameron's channel and give him some love, man. I expect to see 117 tomorrow morning. Yep, I do. And if I don't see it, Uncle Guido's going to get a call. Just kidding, you guys. Just giving you a hard time. All right. So anyhow, last week's Super Chats, Manny Fernandez, Engineer Hall, Kevin Brown, Vermont the Railfan, and Roxhall Junction. Thank you so much, guys. I really seriously do appreciate all of that, and it's all helping me out. I'm going to go ahead and do my announcement. Now, we'll do this first. Weekly live streams. On Monday evenings, we have Just Nate at 7 p.m. And I'm sorry, Nate, if you're watching this, I just can't grasp the name of your new name for your channel. It's just way too long for me to remember that. Let's see. Who else we got here? All right. And then after Just Nate, it's Tom's Trains and Things at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Tuesday, we have On Track Tuesday with the four guys. You know them. There's Wilmer. There's Dave from Crooked River in Eastern. There is... oh boy, Redbird Tony and the guy in Canada, I forgot his name. Anyhow, there's four of those guys. You guys should know who they are by now. Anyhow, Norman Rowe, glad to see you in here, buddy. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Wednesday night we have Sparky 107. He's on at 7 p.m. And then right after his show is Michael McCarville. Now, I have not watched any of Michael's stuff. Only because I get busy doing other stuff on my layout. John Hazen, nice to see you have. Do I have a DIY and digital railroad? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, do I like him? Yeah, I like him. Of course I do. CP368, nice to see you in here, buddy. Yeah, I figures YouTube didn't send them whatchamacallit. But you guys should know by now that, I mean, every Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'm here. Whether you guys are not, I am here. So I hope to see you all. You don't really need to get a notification. Just tune into my channel and you should know. Thank you, Marty. I appreciate that. 65 and 30. That's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, on Thursday night, we have Hot Rod Rodney. Now, Rodney didn't do his show last night. He has some medical issues that he needs to take care of, and unfortunately, I feel bad for him because he's got some sort of an abscess or something in his mouth, like that, maybe a bad toothache or something. Kevin Brown, nice to see you in here. Gary Weiss, nice to see you in here. Anyhow, hopefully he'll be back next. I'll give it to you, Roy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anyhow, hopefully Rodney will be back doing his thing next Thursday at 7 p.m. On Friday night, you got to deal with this guy right here, the Cuzzz. And on Saturday, we have Back on Track at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And Sunday, we have Nora at 7 p.m. And also we have Sidetrack Sunday. And I believe Sidetrack Sunday is at 8 p.m. Eastern. I think. I'm not 100% sure. So one of you guys are here. Go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. Anfield Road, how's it going, my friend? Jack, nice to see you in here. Glad you can make it in tonight, buddy. I think I said hello to Dave BNSF N Scale. If not, hello, Dave. Steve87 PSAP. How's it going, my friend? All right. Weekly videos of interest. On Monday evenings, we have Wilma with Not Bad, and he's got a pretty good show all the time. He does a lot of good shout-outs and some backyard rail fanning from his porch. That's really crazy. Tuesday, we have Dispatch with Roy Smith. That's another good show that you guys need to watch because Roy gets into doing some photos of other people's layouts and does big shout-outs and stuff like that. You need to check him out on Tuesday nights. On Saturday, we have me doing premiere videos. My videos are at 12 noon, 12 Eastern, for you guys to take care. Tomorrow's video will be part 2 of my bathroom and bedroom renovation. And we're getting down close to the wire because there's only going to be one more after that. Announcements. I finally restored my PayPal.me account. So if you guys ever feel like you want to send me a couple of bucks here and there, it's available. Also, this is the big thing. I have opened a Teesprings account. And I have some items in there, and I hope you guys go check it out. And I think Ralph's going to be putting that up there for me, my Teesprings account. And like I said earlier, I need 59 more subscribers to hit my 4,000 milestone. Hopefully, some of you guys that are not subscribed to me will subscribe. Anyhow, I think right now is the best time for me to bring in my special guest for the evening. And this man has been with me probably every one of my live streams except for one. And I'm going to give him a hard time about that because he's always there and I missed him that one night that he wasn't there. Anyhow, I want you guys to say hello to Mr. Digger Evans. How's it going, Digger?
Hi, Vinny. Hello, everyone.
Now, this guy's got a weird accent, so you got to bear with him, okay? Digger is across the pond, and it's about 1:18 there in the UK, and he stays up special for me on Friday nights just to watch my shows. And Digger, I really do appreciate that. But you are also in the Cousin Vinny's hot seat. Jerry Satz, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. RDA Enscal, how's it going? Nice to see you in here. Yeah, Ralph's putting up your link. I don't remember. I think he's got close to 600 subscribers now, Digger.
I've got 870.
Oh, okay. Are you going to be doing a contest when you hit the 1,000?
I certainly am, yes. I'm going to do a big giveaway for both sides of the pond.
Okay, cool. I appreciate that. All right. Brian Page, how's it going? Brian Page is thanking you for staying up. And Brian, I tell you what, it's like I said, he is every week he is here. No matter what time I'm on, he is here. So I really do appreciate that.
It's a pleasure. Really.
Rusty Passambayo, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. What do we got? 67. All right. Well, anyhow, like I said earlier, you are now in the Cousin Vinny's hot seat. And I got a bunch of questions I'm going to ask you. And also, if you see a question in the chat, stop me and let's answer the question that's in the chat also. Now, most of the guys know that they ask the questions. When I finish asking my questions, they will come in and start asking you questions. But sometimes it happens that they're right in there somewhere. Wilma, how's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in there. Lance, glad you can make it in also. How's it going? Glad you guys can make it in there. There's a few people saying hello to you, Digger.
Yeah, I can see the comments, yeah. I do sleep sometimes, you know.
Hastings BNSFN scale modeler. How's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. All right, so This is called Meet the Modeler, and Digger Evans is the one that's in the hot seat tonight. Digger, if you don't mind, what is your real first name?
My real name is Justin.
Justin. Okay. And how did you come up with Digger?
It's a nickname I had as a child.
Okay.
I collect, the die-cast diggers, Tonka diggers and things.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And that it came from that because I like my diggers.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. All right. So question number one, when did you get interested in trains?
I was first interested as a child. But in model railways, it wasn't till much later, till I'd retired and things that I've always wanted to do a layout, but it's only till I've got the time and the money once I've retired to be able to.
That's everybody's problem. Jason Train Freak, I want you to know that I did order a cup from your Teesprings today. So I'm going to be collecting a whole bunch of mugs from all the different people. Rick Bailey, nice to see you in here. Charles Gleason, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in tonight. All right. So when did you get your first train set?
I was 9 years old, and it was for a Christmas present. It was a Santa Fe mixed freight with I believe it's called an F unit, an F. With a single lamp.
Yeah. That was basic way back in the day. That's the locomotive that they were using was F7s. I think they were. All right. Yeah. So how long have you been modeling?
Only about 2 years.
Only about 2 years.
Yeah, I started my layout about 3 years ago, but I didn't start making any models or kits or anything until a couple of years ago.
Hello, Patrick Halsey. Nice to see you in here, buddy. Glad you could make it in tonight. All right, let's see Digger. Let's see. Digger is the man. Okay. Do you have a layout?
Yes, I do. It's outside in a shed.
Okay.
It's 16 feet by 8 feet, and it's big loop, a tail chaser as we call them, and I've called it Dale Port. It's not prototypical or anything, completely made up.
Okay, we're going to get into a couple of people asking what scale do you model. Now, you guys know that the UK is different than our scales here. So, Digger, go ahead and tell them what scale you model.
Right, I model in what we call 00 scale, which is everyone else in the world has HO, which is 187, and the UK, just for the sake of being awkwardly different, produces 00, which is 176.2. Almost
got the point too. That's funny.
Almost why? I don't know why they do it.
Hey, Chasco, how's it going, my friend? Glad you can make it in tonight. All right, what is your favorite railroad, whether it be British or American?
Well, there's too many to choose from in America. I just love the American freight. It's incredible. It's absolutely astonishing to watch. 2 mile long train, it's incredible. In the UK, it used to all be British Rail and be run by the government, but it's gone back privatised again. And my favourite, as for livery and what have you, is Freightliner, and they do all the freight over here. Really,
yeah, I've seen some of those locomotives. Now, let me see. I think one of my questions here is, what locos do you prefer, steam or diesel?
Oh, diesel, without a doubt.
Even though the UK, I noticed when I watch a lot of UK videos, a lot of them have steam in them, a lot of steam locomotives. So is that pretty big in the UK?
It is. It is. It's got a massive following of steam, and there's a lot of preservation societies for the real locals. Flying Scotsman's just done a tour of the country.
Oh wow!
It's just been rebuilt. Cost about £1 million.
So is that Flying Scotsman? Is that like our big boy? It's one of those ones that's up there as far as notability.
Yeah, it's a well-known loco, and it is, but it's in a different league. Is Big Boy, isn't it? Come on, Big Boy's the biggest thing ever.
Hey, Grandpa Rails, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. All right. What is your favorite loco? Now, I know you're probably going to say a British locomotive, but that's okay because none of the guys here know the British locomotives. But go ahead.
It's a class 31, which is a British Rail class, or it was originally the Brush Type 2. And it's my favourite basically because when I was, in fact, before I was born, my dad was a research and development engineer with Brush locomotives and Hawker Siddeley, and he developed the engine for the Type 2, along with Merleys and what have you. He did all the research and development for the engines.
Now, I was told a while ago when I started watching some UK videos that the first two numbers on the locomotive cab is the class locomotive it is. Is that correct?
Yes, that's the way they do it, yes.
So if it's a 37, blah, 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 it's a class 37 locomotive, correct?
Yes. Yeah, if it has 37, it's class 37, and then just its serial number, the rest.
Right. Okay, cool. So did you answer this one? What is your favorite loco? You just said class 31, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like continuous running or up sessions or both?
I like both. I like watching both as well. I don't do many op sessions on my own layout, but it's good to watch others, you know, especially if they've got layouts purposely built for switching and shunting and stuff.
Right.
That's good to watch.
And of course, you didn't mention my layout, of course.
You have a phenomenal layout. I even like when they're doing a long run because you get to see all the layout, you know, as it goes past.
Yeah. Ray Central 127. Glad you can make it in here tonight, my friend. Let's see. All right. So, continuous run. Okay. What is your favorite rolling stock? Now, you guys are not familiar with the British rolling stock. It's kind of like ours, but not really. So what is your favorite rolling stock?
I do like the hoppers, the covered hoppers and what have you. That I think they take grain, especially in the States, but over here they'll use them for gravel or for biofuel, usually biomass they call it. It's shredded up paper and shredded up.
The 3 and 4 bay hoppers are usually commodities. The 2 bay hoppers are usually sand and cement here in the States. Right. All right. So let's see. Let's see.
I've been a question in the comments, Vinny.
Okay. Go ahead and answer it.
It's Digger. Do you do DC or DCC? At the moment, I'm DC. And I am tempted to switch to DCC, but that might lead me up the avenue of building a new layout and what have you. So I'm going to hold off just yet because I haven't finished this layout yet.
Let's see. Why did you choose your scale that you model?
Purely and simply because it was a very common scale over here. Mm-hmm. Very easy to get hold of, and there's a lot of either second-hand used railway parts or new manufacturers making that scale. Although it is limited. It is limited.
You got a question from Mark S. Now, Mark S is one of the owners highways and byways. He wants to know, Digger, do you model UK scenes or US?
The layout is based on a town in the north of England. Any old town it could be, but a lot of the buildings are American buildings. And believe it or not, I prefer the American buildings to the British buildings. They just look more realistic. A lot of the British buildings you get, the thatched roofs and little cottages and all twee little villages and stuff that doesn't represent reality.
Yeah.
You know, I like a gritty, dirty industrial town, you know, and the American buildings that you can get, you can fit them into that so well with the big mills and everything you can get.
Hey, Dale and Flying Crow, glad you guys can make it in tonight. Okay. Do you do YouTube videos?
Yes, I do.
And how often do you do these videos?
I aim to get at least one every 10 days, but it doesn't always go like that. And sometimes I just don't get the time. Or I sometimes struggle with what video to make, you know?
Like we all do, really. Do you do other media other than YouTube? Like, do you do Facebook or Twitter or any of those?
I have a Facebook account, and it's the same. It's Digger Evans, and the reason I have that is purely to put my railway stuff into another place so that people can come from there to YouTube.
Right. You guys, if you have not checked out Digger's channel, he has this company that he buys his detail stuff from, and when he puts his detail stuff on his structures, they are so fantastic. And I really give you kudos for doing all that. I mean, I don't think I can do it with all the small stuff that you've been dealing with. But you guys need to check out Digger's channel, and I think Ralph's been putting up Digger's link, so you guys can go over there and check him out. Okay, how big is your layout?
It's 16 feet by 8 feet, and then 16 feet up and 8 feet across again.
So it's a rectangle.
Yeah, I have it's like a large oval. I have a large outer loop, a very small inner loop that just covers one side of it, and quite a few sidings off both loops.
Alrighty, so we got that one done. What do you like about the hobby?
Do you know, I do like you just said, you know, the detailing and the modeling I really like. And the other aspect I like is this, what we're doing now, the YouTube aspect and the friends I've made on YouTube and the community. I'd no idea it was there, you know, and it's become a really major big part of my life as actually meeting my friends and chatting on YouTube to them all. It really has.
Thank you, Kevin Brown. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. Okay, so we know what you like about the hobby. What do you dislike about the hobby?
Whoa. The one thing that I really don't like doing is ballasting. Ballasting all the rails. You know, when I first started it and I'd asked somebody how they do it, and they told me, and you spread it on and you brush it in all the gaps, and it was therapeutic. I thought, this is great, but when you've got like 60 or 70 foot a track, it's tedious. It really is tedious. It's the one that I really do not like.
And your layout is comparatively smaller than what I have. So imagine me doing ballast on my layout.
Oh yeah, incredible how you do it.
Well, I'm going to ask this question. I don't think I know what the answer is going to be, but I have to ask it anyhow. Do you have more than one layout?
No, not at the moment. I wish I did, but I only have the one at the moment.
Okay, Kevin Brown got a question for you. Digger, where in the UK do you live?
I live in the north of England, right on the border on the Pennines, in the Pennine Mountains in the middle. And I live on the border between Lancashire and Yorkshire, right on the border. Very windy and very cold.
All right. Roy Smith has a question for you. He says, Digger, do you spend time with other modelers there in the UK when the showstopper permits?
Actually, I don't know. Only the people that I may meet at the local hobby shop. I don't really go to any shows or anything like that. But I probably will do now. I've met people via Facebook and mainly via YouTube. So yeah, that's on the cards.
All right, so Container Man is making a statement here. He says, BNSF 6951. I thought you said Digger had an accent. I can actually understand this ponder. Roy, I tell you, you are the man. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? I thought I saw someone in here that I didn't say hello to earlier. I guess it'll come up again. Okay. We asked that question. How do you clean your layout?
Well, I get a lot of dust and muck on the layout. And the only way I do it, I have to remove all the vehicles, and I have very small vacuum hoover attachments. And I've got a cordless one. I do the main job, and then I go all the little roofs and nooks and crannies. I've got an attachment with a tiny brush, and I spend half an hour going around each building until I've cleaned.
What do you do for your track?
I use IPA. I've made a little pad out of wood, and on the pad I've fastened some cloth, and that sits under a truck, and it drags along the rails and cleans as it goes. In some places you've got to use a rag and IPA and give it a really good soak if it's really stubborn.
RPA, what is RPA? Is that like alcohol?
IPA, yeah, it's isopropyl alcohol.
Okay, all right. Just because a lot of these guys wouldn't know what that is, what is RPA, they'd be saying. So you already asked the question. I'm going to officially ask it now. Hello, Martin Searsmore. How's it going, my friend? Nice to see you in here. Let's see, Mr. Digger.
Very nice.
I told him to lose the accent before the show, but I guess he wants to keep
ditch the accent.
People say I have an accent, but I don't know. The last question from me is prototype or freelance? Hello, Mystic Southern Railway. How's it going, my friend?
It's freelance. It's absolutely freelance, purely and simply because there isn't a town like mine that's got American style buildings. North of England. I love so many things about America. I would build an American layout, but I don't have enough knowledge about the American system to do it. And I like the British law codes, but I just love the American buildings. And you come on YouTube and you see so many layouts in America, and they're absolutely unbelievably fantastic. And I try to emulate that, as much as I can.
There's another question from Manny Fernandez. Do you know Chadwick Railroad?
I know of him. I don't know him personally. No, but I do know of him. Charlie. He has a big channel.
My friend from the UK says he doesn't have an accent. He says I do. Well, yeah. I think I still got my New York accent that everybody tells me, but I don't hear it anymore. So
I can tell it. You've got a New York accent, Vinny.
New York accent, 13 years in Arizona. Haven't lost it. Actually, it's 17 years, Roy. I moved here in 2003. I had the house from 2013, but I moved here in 2003. No, let's see. You can find out all about our rail system. Yeah, you can. That's for sure.
I can, but the availability of American locals over here isn't very good, you know. And HO, although HO buildings and everything is available, we still, if I want decent buildings, I still have to shop for the American companies, Woodland Scenics and Walters and places like that. And of course, on the continent, they use 187 as well, but it's they're a different style again. You know, a lot of the European ones are in the old idealistic, you know, the picture postcard view of things, and that's not my style of modeling.
Steve 87 PSAP. When Sparky goes back over the pond, are you going to let him visit?
I hope so. I really do hope I can meet up with Sparky. I know he met up with Jason from Barnabas Junction the last time he was over. Yeah. And Jason's about 100 miles from me.
Do you know Jason?
I do know him. We've not met, but we're on very good friendly terms. We chat a lot and stuff. You know, we're good friends, yeah.
CA and P Railroad says New York accent comes out the best when a New Yorker is mad, especially when that New Yorker is Italian. So watch out, guys. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. All you need for an American railroad is track and trees.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You've got a lot of empty prairies and deserts, haven't you? We don't have anything like that here. But I just like the American industrial scene, you know. And you look at even like Detroit, what a massive industrial place that was once over, you know. What a fantastic place, and the scenery and architecture that comes from that's incredible.
Ralph Greenwood, Digger, are N-scale products hard to find in the UK?
British N-scale isn't difficult to find. It's becoming very, very popular in the UK, is N-scale. And most places stock it now, and most companies manufacture both scales, N and O, because N-scale is becoming very, very popular. But it's a different scale than American N-scale, and it's different.
You have what they call N-gauge, not N-scale. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, we call it N-gauge. Yeah.
So it's actually different than N-scale, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
A question from Humanity Junction, Digger. Have you won any model railroad recently? Sorry about the taxes.
Yeah, I won off Heath, and he was really very generously sent me 2 carriages, although I only won one. He sent me 2 box cars, and a month went by, and I got a letter from, and it just says HM Revenue, Customs and Excise, and that's Her Majesty's Customs and Excise. And when I opened it, they said, you've recently had a parcel from America and the Queen's not happy with you, and you owe her 37 quid, which works out at about, I don't know, $45.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, and he put on that it was a gift on the package. And so if you actually got a birthday present from, say, if your grandparents were in the States and you got a birthday present as a child, you'd have to pay tax on it. But if it comes from Canada, there's no tax.
Really? Wow. Take care, James. Good you can make it in tonight, buddy. Let's see. Any other questions? What's this one? RDA N scale. Digger, are hobby shops plentiful over in the UK? Do they carry quite a bit of everything over there?
There is in my town. I'm lucky. In the nearest town to me, a new model shop has opened up, brand spanking new, and there is one in the next town. A few of the smaller ones are gone, but there's some big retailers like Hatton's and Rails of Sheffield, and they stock a vast amount of things. Really do. There's a lot that they can supply.
Just a little thing here for Humanity Junction. Can you see that, Heath? That's one of your cups, buddy.
Nice.
I just got it this past week. So again, I want you guys all to know that I do, at present time, do have a Teespring account, and you guys should go check it out. I think Ralph has been putting the link up there, and also, like I also said earlier, let's see, which track do you use on your layout? That's from Ray Central 127.
I use Pico, and it's fine scale. I think it's 80,000th of an inch tall. It's what they call a fine scale.
Okay.
It's better than the Hornby, the standard Hornby we have here.
See, Roy's saying brick and mortar stores here are closing down, and you're just saying that there's a brand new one opening up over there in the UK.
Mm.
There you go. Ralph just put up there my Teesprings account. You guys can check that out.
I think a lot of stores are suffering with the internet sales are doing
Exactly.
more.
I mean, that's the reason why the hobby shop that I had here, he closed down because his internet sales were better, and he was paying rent for the store that he was in. And so he decided, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to close up the store. I'm just going to do internet sales. So, okay.
Yeah.
Digger, which rail tuber do you hate the most? and why Humanity Junction?
Oh, he's fantastic, is Heath, isn't he? I love watching his live streams because he's so honest about everything he does, and you can see him doing it wrong, but you just don't want to tell him because it's going to be hilarious when he does it wrong. And I can't bring myself to tell him it's not going to go all right, isn't that? It's just so much fun to watch. I love the man. He's great. He's a really.
And the funny thing is, he is a true New Yorker. He lives in Manhattan, and that's the highest place as far as money goes, rent wise. With
it's the posh. It's the posh end, isn't it? It's the posh end.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what side of town he lives on. I'm not going to ask him to divulge that either, but I know he lives up in northern Manhattan. That's as far as I know. Do you prefer scratch building? Oh, there you go. There's a question for you. Inked Rails, Digger Evans. Do you prefer scratch building or building kits?
I do some scratch building, and I do like it. If I can get a nice kit, I like to build a kit, and I can try and copy some of that into a scratch build. I like scratch building, but I'm not the best at it. I'm nowhere near in Vinny's league at scratch building. I'm nothing like that. So kits are good, and
you do a real good job on your stuff. When you put your stuff together, I mean, it looks fantastic. I'm totally impressed with the way you do your builds and all the details. And now, one company that you found that you do most of your business with all the detail stuff, that company is really fantastic.
They are a very forward-looking company, and they're very, very customer-focused. You can have an idea and message them with the idea, and say, "Have you ever thought about making something like this?" And if it can be done, and there's enough interest, they'll do it. They do. They bring in. I bet there's a new product every 10 days. A brand new product come out of development. It's incredible.
Let's see. Mystic Southern Railway. Digger, I love your rust.
Thank you very much. I was in British Railway Modelers magazine with my Rust. This
Cool.
It's for January, the January edition. I'm in there showing a bit of me rusty handiwork off.
Inked Rails. He wants to know is what company do you buy most of your kits from?
Most of the kits I buy are from ScaleModelScenery.com, and they started off as a very small company, and now they get into a medium-sized company. And I've no doubt before long they've had to buy a new premises to get all the new machinery in to meet the demand. And there's a couple of other smaller companies that I get special products from, like the 3D printed stuff that this company doesn't yet do. But it's mainly Model Scenery.
Ray Central 127 says, Digger, model railroading modeling seems to be more popular over in the UK than here in the US. Do you find that to be true?
Well, it's difficult to know. There's a lot of railway modelers over here, but it's per capita, there's going to be more in the States because it's a much bigger place with a massive 10 times the population that we have. So there's going to be more of you, but I don't know what percentage that is. I do know there's a lot of middle-aged old guys my age that are into model railways over here.
Well, listen, I think I got you beat anyhow.
You've got a lot more hair than I have, though, Vinny. I don't understand that.
Well, you know, my grandpa was 78 years old, and he had a bush of hair like this when he passed away. So I think I took after my grandpa.
I don't
do you
do
have any rail fanning? Let's see. Joey Busick wants to know: do you have any rail fanning? Is the UK restrictive on what you can and cannot rail fan?
During this lockdown, they've been a bit particular, but they are restrictive because it's a crime to trespass on the railways.
Well, it is here too,
and you can be prosecuted. But there's only 3 places you can be prosecuted for trespass. It's not a crime in Britain unless it's on a railway, an airport, or a royal residence, and then you're going to be arrested. And it's a big fine if you go on the railways, and if you're on the station, you've got to get permission first before you start doing any rail fanning. But I don't live anywhere near a train station, so it's difficult for me. I do most of my rail fanning on YouTube.
Let's see, Digger, do you have any American trains like Rapido, etc.?
I don't have a single one, to my shame.
Now we just answered that one. Let's see. Here's one. His model railroading an old man's hobby in the UK. I think it's old man's hobby anywhere.
It is, but I think there's a bit of a myth when people say, oh, it's a hobby that's dying out and what have you. At this new model railway shop, there's a young lad. He's only 18 years old and he works behind the counter and he's a modeler himself. I think because what happens is you start when you're a child, don't you? You know, you get your first train set off your parents and you model with that. But then you go into a teenager and you discover girls. You're not interested in your trains. Then you get a motorbike and a car. Then before you know it, you've got a family. And the interest's always there, but it's not until you're an old codger that you've got the time and the income, disposable income, to start doing the modelling again. So it's always there. You just got to wait till
you just got to wait till you become an old man. Well, yeah, we know Rapido is a Canadian company. Yes, we do. Let's see. More questions?
Yeah, I'll agree with that. They're very clever.
100% too. Not chasing the girls, chasing the trains. Well, I don't know how old you are, but when I was a teenager, I wasn't thinking anything about trains.
Yeah, me neither.
Anyhow, we got about 5 minutes left, guys. If you have any more questions for Digger, please go ahead and ask them. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate you putting that Teesprings account up there so people can see it. Maybe I could sell a couple of things tonight. I caught the. There you go. I caught the girl. Now it's the trains. Very good, Anthony. I like that one.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
All right. So I think we got all the questions done. And Digger, I appreciate you giving me your time. I know it's pretty late there. It's almost 2 a.m. in the morning, I would think.
It is. Oh, yeah.
And so I think you need to get some sleep and I need to get some food.
It's been a pleasure, Vinny. It really has. I've really enjoyed myself. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, it was the least I could do since you're always in my show anyhow. I might as well show everybody who you are and get people acquainted with you. Someone teach Vinny how to say rapido. Rapido. Thank you, my brother Roy. Thanks. Thanks, Dibber. Great interview.
My pleasure, Brian.
How many trains have you ridden?
Well, not very many is the answer to that. I'm a country boy, and I've never lived in a big town or anything with trains. So it's about 40 years since I've been on a train.
Wow.
And I've ridden the HST once, and then a couple of local trains to the next town, and so on. So it's a long time since I've actually ridden a real train. Long time.
Thank you, Cameron. I appreciate that. Thanks. You're very entertaining. You're listening tonight. All right. Well, that's cool. That's cool. And Grandpa Rails, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. All right. Well, guys, we got about 2 minutes left, and I'm going to say goodnight to everyone. Thank you so much, Digger, for giving me your time and being in my hot seat for the evening. I appreciate you being here, and I think everybody else love to have you on here also.
Thank you all. Thank you.
With all of that being said, I hope you guys have a great week coming up. And don't forget, tomorrow I have my part 2 of my bedroom renovation. It's about 35 minutes long, so I appreciate if you guys watch it. It'll be a premiere video, so you'll be able to ask questions as the video carries on. Anyhow, we'll talk to you guys next week, and we're going to end this right now. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.